In this video, we're going to go through the world of open source LLM models. So the king of open source LLM models is called Hugging Face. And today is the first day I'll be going on to Hugging Face with a view to setting up an account so that I can do the AI type of things and set up new machine learning models and try the non-commercial versions of different models. But first of all, I need to get acquainted with Hugging Face, and that's what we'll be doing today. So let's say, so this is my first. How do I get started with Hugging Face? Okay, so let's come up with a question. All right, so this free code camp article is something I've seen before, and I'm going to use this article to get started. Right, so what is Hugging Face? If you're interested in AI and NLP, you've probably heard of Hugging Face. Fine. It's not only a company, it's transforming the fields. Hugging Face's mission is to democratize good machine learning, one commit at a time. All right, so what's this post going to do for us? It's going to guide us through the basics of Hugging Face, and we'll learn how to create a Hugging Face account and how to set up our development environment. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, what can you do on Hugging Face platform? So these are different things that we'll probably discover over the next few days. But the first thing is, I know that there are machine learning models on this Hugging Face site that I can access through that site. And I know that there are different categories of machine learning models that we can utilize and test. And a lot of them are open source, if not all of them. So this is just giving us the four main categories based on the day that this article was written. So natural language processing, audio related functions, computer vision, and multimodal models. So we can run those models directly from Hugging Face, which is what I probably want to do, rather than run them locally on my machine, because I think my machine would die if I tried doing that. We can use existing data sets, that's all well and good. And we can look at an area called spaces. So spaces, they're repositories that allow you to showcase your application. So it's almost like an app area for model development, and you can go in there and test different applications. And I think you're allowed to also publish your own apps in your own organization's space. So examples of some spaces are OpenAI's Whisper, Comic Factory, QR code art generator. Oh gosh, that probably killed the QR code industry. Stable Video Diffusion and Video Llama. Right, and you can create a portfolio, learn AI skills, terminology, so pre-trained models, so model that has been trained on a large data set for a specific task, and is made available to us on Hugging Face. So that's a pre-trained model. Inference is the stage at which the machine learning model has been trained already, makes predictions based on new data that you're presenting. So if you're asking a new question, that's essentially new data, and the machine learning model responds. That's the inference. Transformers essentially handle text-based tasks, and they like your ChatGPT. So the T in ChatGPT is essentially a transformer. So all the things you can do with text. And Tokenizer is how the words that you type into your chatbot or into your machine learning interface gets categorized and broken up and sent to the model for interpretation and processing. So how do we get started with Hugging Face? Create a Hugging Face account. All right, let's go to Hugging Face. Did they put a URL in here? No. Okay. Right. So let's do that. Hugging Face. Okay, this looks like it. So I want to sign. Place a dot at the end of the car's path. Take it as going. Okay, so welcome back to the setup. So I've done an account. Now it's saying install Python. So whilst we're doing this, let's draw this bit in here so that you can see exactly what's going on. Right, so we've got a Hugging Face directory, and right, it's a bonus. Congratulations, you're now a Hugging Face member. Okay, that's a bonus. That. So let's set up the environment. Pip install transformers. So what's Hugging Face saying we should do? Right, so programmatic access. So I prefer the programmatic access. So what do we do here? Alright, so we would not be doing this. Rather, let's follow this then. Okay. So I'm going to create a virtual environment, and that's so that everything I'm doing is secluded from the rest of my machine, so that any software I install doesn't corrupt anything else. So this is a command, so Python 3 -VM, so we would have the VM environment. So now I'm going to activate this virtual environment, and then we can get back onto what we're doing. So we're doing pip install transformers. Okay, so we've installed the transformers. Do pip install tokenizers datasets. Oops. Right, that's no good, is it? Okay, so with this article, if not, we'll go back up here. Let's see. What new model we want. This is getting started. So what's it complaining about with the tokenizer? Oh, it doesn't like the comma. I wonder if that's the issue. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's done. So set up a development environment. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's do this. How to use pre-trained models in Hugging Face. So Hugging Face has two main libraries. One is the transformer library, and then you've got the diffuser. The transformers are used for text, and diffusers are mainly for handling images. So why does this one want me to visit a Pi page and search for transformers? Okay, so the Transformers library provides APIs to quickly download and use pre-trained models. Isn't that what it's saying we should use here? Okay, so we want to use the transformer here. You go to PyPy, click on the latest version of the Transformers library displayed in the search result. You will see a brief introduction of the library, as well as some useful links. Download and use pre-trained models. Transformers library provides APIs. I wonder if this Hugging Face okay, so create repo. No, we don't really care about those. This quick tour, Hugging Face, right? Okay, so we can install the transformers and all of this. So most of it should already be installed, and hopefully that gives us everything we need. And then in the third step, it says we can use a pre-trained model using any given input. So Hugging Face provides a pipeline method, which is an easy way to use the API for performing different tasks. And the pipeline method is what we're going to use to test a type of model. So right here, we now have something that we can use to test a sentiment analysis. So this is the Python code that we're going to execute. I'll just make this really quick and just copy the information from here into my IDE, which is this screen here, and we can just do that. Let's just create a new file. Right, so what do we call this file? Let's call this file or rather, let's just copy this. Okay, so we've installed the transformer, and that's where this transformer should be coming from. Not sure why it's yellow, because we do have the transformer there. And pipeline, did we install pipeline? So from transformers, import pipeline. So yeah, that's in transformers. I think we should be okay. And then this is the pipeline method that was mentioned in the free code camp page. So all we're doing is we're using a model that is already in existence. So this one's an English-based model. We're passing this input here, and this is a sentiment analysis model. So it's there to tell us what it thinks the sentiment of the sentence is. So the sentence is, it's a great app. My biggest problem is the card readers regularly do not connect, which is very poor customer service for us because we have to manually enter our customers' debit cards, which takes time, and this slows down our efficiency. So the idea is that if you had a business and you wanted to review the different comments that you're getting for your service, you can put in hundreds and hundreds of these comments at one time into a model, and then use the model to tell you if the sentiments are negative or positive. So this is an example of that. Okay, so we're ready to test this. We'll call this right. So let's see what this does then. Okay, so that's it. So this Python 3 code would execute the sentiment analysis Python script that I just created. It's taken a while, which is to be expected, because I don't know if this model stays live or the endpoint that would receive my query would stay on the entire time. What it's doing? What's it doing? What does save tensors? Is it downloading it? Oh, right. So there's a result, negative. So it's a negative sentiment. That's what it's telling me, and that matches what's in the document. So right here, right now, we've just tested an open source model automatically, and it's available to us to use anytime. Let's do another test. Yeah, so with just a few lines of code, we're able to test an open source model. So it's fairly straightforward to do. Hugging Face has made it really simple. Now this one is a speech recognition model. So let's try this task. It involves perhaps listening to the mlk.flag file, and it would convert the audio into text. So that's what we shall be doing now. So I can save this as speech to text test.py. So it's a speech to text, just so that you can see what's in the file. So here we're importing the transformer. So we're importing a pipeline from the transformers package, and we're using the OpenAI Whisper small model, which is an open source model, and we're passing it this file that is called mlk.flag, and it's hosted by Hugging Face. So now all I need to do is execute the script and just wait for it to do what it needs to do. So again, I'm not paying anything. I'm not paying for anything right now. This is all open source and open to use because Hugging Face is providing the backend for this, I believe. But either way, it's not costing me anything additional. So you can ignore this message here, just saying that there's a bug with something that they've written internally, but the result we're looking for is right here. So it's saying, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. So that's the text to the audio within that file that was passed within that model. So this is just our day one exercise. So we've done a transcription, and then we've also done a sentiment analysis on a sentence. So I think that's a good start. We'll use that to close off day one, and then tomorrow we'll do something more exciting. So until next time, keep winning.